Greetings. Let me share with you how to edit a movie on a MacBook Pro or a Mac using iMovie. Here I created steps for iMovie editing. They're fairly simple. Once you open iMovie, you import media and then you create a new movie project in which you will perform editing of the video, followed by insertion of titles, audio, and transitions. And finally, you render it into a final product. Basic steps involved in video editing. So let me take you through how I do that in real time. So I'm clicking iMovie to open it, and then I want to bring all the media that I want by highlighting the media, and I want to download media from my desktop into this event library. So click that, and then you want to create a new event. The event will be called Rectum EMR. And into that event, I'm going to bring this video that is on my desktop. This was a large EMR performed recently. And let me click that. So I have Rectum EMR, and I have this one. In addition, if you want to bring other files, so let me go to Video GIE Submission folder, and these are the slides that I've already created using the PowerPoint, and let me import them into the same folder. So in this event library, I have the video, case report, disclosures, title slide, keywords, case, video, and conclusions. The next is you go to the project and create a project. A new project. It will be a movie instead of a trailer. And when you go to the project, you give the title again for the project, Rectum EMR. All right. So Rectum EMR. Okay. So the first thing is I want you to understand how iMovie is laid out. There are three areas. This area is the event library, which has media, that is whatever you download into the media. You have audio, titles, background, and transitions. These are all the things that you will use and bring them down to the project or timeline area, and that's where you edit the video. And whatever you bring down here, you'll watch it here. That is the viewer, and fine editing will be done here as well. So the first step is I want to click the video and bring it down into the project area. Once I bring it down, I do a couple of things. The first time is Control, click, and I want to come down and detach audio. This I do all the time so that there are no extraneous sounds in my video, and then I delete. The next thing is I come to the viewer and click on the crop tool, and this crop tool is to crop to fill but you actually want to make it crop to fit so that it is like an endoscopy video. All right. So that's how I do that. Okay. So now I've done those two things. So I want to come here and expand my video either into frames or frames for several frames per minute. So this is what I do to edit, and if I want to do fine editing, I bring this one all the way to the end. If I want to do fast editing, I bring it to here so that the cursors move faster a little bit, and then I bring this one to the beginning and click, and then bring the cursor and press space bar, and then press the space bar to stop the video, and then I press Command B for blade that cuts, and the segment that is before the cursor gets highlighted, I don't want that, I delete that, and then press space bar. That is good enough to show that this is a large rectal polyp. And again, after pressing spacebar, I press Command B to cut. I have a 7.1 second segment. So now I want to go to the next segment where I'm showing the injection. So here is where I'm going to Command B and highlight the front segment. I remove that. I want to press spacebar, show the injection. So as you can see here, we're injecting saline with a little bit of methylene blue without any epinephrine. And I'm using dynamic submucosal injection, whereby as the injection is going, I'm pulling my needle and looking up. So I always inject at one spot and try to get as much fluid into the polyp as possible. So that is a good lift. So I press the spacebar to stop, and I want to make a cut, Command B. So let's see, that is about 32 seconds. And let's move forwards. And here we're going to inject a little more. So I want to show that. So I bring the cursor there, Command B, and the segment before I want to remove, and then spacebar and show the injection, and that's good enough. All right. Stop by pressing the spacebar, Command B. All right. Now I know that I have shown the injection. Now I want to show, I'm moving my cursor by sliding my finger on the trackpad, and here is the first resection. So I want to Command B to cut, highlight the front segment, and remove that. And now show the resection. So it is fairly simple. You know, you figure out where you want to make the cut, you stop the cursor, and then Command B to cut or split the clip. So here we are showing the resection of the first segment. I use EndoCut Q 313 setting, effect 3, duration 1, interval 3, with a force coagulation of 25 watts, effect 2. So here we are using the setting to cut this polyp. All right. So we cut that polyp. Press the space bar, Command B to cut that segment. All right. So what we will do is we will not show the rest of the video. and we want to show the last segment just for the sake of our learning. I bring it here. This is the last segment, and press Command B to split the clip, highlight the segment before, remove that, and press spacebar. So I want to see, okay, that's good enough. Press spacebar. I think that shows that we have a nice clean cut. All right. Command B to split. Okay. So I tried to cauterize a little bit of the blood vessels with soft coagulation, and I'm not going to show that here. And then I want to show next is the APC of the edge. I'm moving forwards after cleaning off whatever little tissue, and I want to show a little bit of APC. Okay, so here I place the cursor there, Command B, I remove that, highlight, remove by pressing delete, and I'm using APC here. Okay, I want to press the space bar, Command B, and then I want to show the last section of the APC. So moving my cursor back, and here Command B, highlight the front segment, remove, space bar. Okay, then space bar to stop, Command B, and then I want to show next that I close the defect with the clips. So here I'm using a clip, Command B, highlight, remove, and show the first clip. Okay, spacebar to stop, Command B, I want to keep that, and then I'm moving my fingers on the cursor on the trackboard to come to all the way to the end, and place the last clip here, and press Command B, highlight that clip, delete, and as you can see here, spacebar, and show the last clip. So this was a young patient who is an active athlete, wanted to make sure that she doesn't have any delayed bleeding based on the recent study presented at the DEW. We applied clips at very close quarters, as you can see here. I stopped the video by pressing the space bar. Now Command B to cut. I think that's good enough. So this last segment I'm going to remove by pressing delete. So we actually cut down the 47 minutes to 24 minutes, and I want to now tell a story using for the template of Video GIE, planning to submit it to Video GIE. So so now I highlight the image and bring it to the beginning, then the disclosure slide, bring it next, and then the long title, and bring it next, and then another disclosure, none. I have the keywords here, and then I have the case, and then I have the video. We have the video here, and then I have the conclusions. All right. If you want to put titles on top of this, you can actually click the titles, and there are several titles, but I prefer the left lower quadrant standard 1 and standard lower third. I drag it to on top of the video, and then I drop it there, and then let me show you how I click. I want to click here, highlight rectum, and then this is LST granular tumor. All right, so I have the video here and the title there. So let's see if the title is working. Okay, that's good. So you can put the titles wherever you want. Okay, the titles are for 4 seconds here, and the titles, as you can see here, you can change the font, size of the font, whether it's left, central, or right, bold, italic, and the color of the font. So I keep it simple. Okay, so, and then if you want to use transitions, you come here to transitions. There are several different transitions, but the best one is two things that you could use for video GIE. One is cross dissolve, and you can bring that to in between the video here, and as you can see here, it's a very subtle cross dissolve. And if you want to show a pathology, you could use a circle open. So let's see. So you can use a circle open from endoscopy to fluoro endoscopy to US or endoscopy to histology. All right. And all these images, as you can see here, they move because they have Ken Burn effect. I want to remove that. I want to click all of them and go to the crop. This is the Ken Burn effect. I want to put it as fit. And then the last one also, there's a Ken Burn effect. I want to just fit. Okay. So now we have edited the video, we inserted the titles, inserted the transition, and now we want to put the audio. So in order to put the audio, you bring the cursor to the front and then click the record voiceover and start recording by pressing this. Greetings. Here I tried to show you how to edit a video using iMovie, and as you can see here, it is fairly simple to do, and you need to have your slides done first and transfer them as images, JPEG images, and bring them down to the event library along with the video. And then, as you can see here, it is fairly simple to cut a video. All you have to do is Command B for blade to cut, and then whichever segment you want to remove, you highlight and then remove that. So it's also very important to have a very clean video when you record your video. And one thing that I would like to suggest to you is to work with your endoscopy vendor and learn about what button to press so that you could take off all the patient data. You do not want a patient's name, date of birth, MR number, or the institution on the video. If you have that, you end up putting blocks of black paint, which will destroy the beauty of your video. So as part of my routine, before I start recording the video, I press a button to delete the data from the screen, and then I record the video. I usually record the video on a Mac using QuickTime. And once I record the video, I transfer them to my MacBook Pro where I edit. You could even edit on a Mac as well. So the most important thing is when you record your video, start recording from the beginning of the case until the end of the case. Do not try to record in bits and pieces, and you are likely to lose out important pieces in the middle of your case as you focus on the case. So start recording from the beginning to the end. And it's also important to keep in mind that a clean video is the most important thing, and keep your camera relatively stable and record like a professional videographer or cinematographer. And once you have high quality raw product, it's pretty easy to edit your video as you have seen here. It took very little time to make this video. Hope you learned from this. Thank you. So we finished the recording, and now we want to make it into a final product. You come to this right side upper corner where you share, and when you share, you can do several different things, but you share it to a file. And then you have the title, and then you can actually go to different resolutions. 720 is okay. And if you want high quality, you can do that. But as you do high quality, your weight of the video becomes pretty high. Here with medium, it is 199.4 megabytes. If you go to pro resolution, it's 1.81 gigabytes. You don't need that. So medium is good, and compression faster is also works well. So go to the next. So rectum EMR, teaching how to edit. So that's what you do. And once it completes its rendering, that's what it's happening. It is putting all the stuff that you put into the project line into one final product. It will show up on your desktop. So as you can see here, learning how to edit a video is fairly simple, and I've actually divided these multiple steps into separate steps for each of the individual steps, like how do you import, how do you edit, how do you put transitions, how do you put audio, and you could look at those videos as well. So we're almost done here, and now you can click show, and here is your final video, and let's see how it came. Greetings. Here I tried to show you how to edit a video using iMovie. That's pretty good. Thank you.